I broke myself up. Yeah. So I haven't uploaded in like a week and a half now, I think. This isn't gonna be like any other video. There's not gonna be too many cuts. There isn't gonna be any music, nothing like that. It's just gonna be me sitting there talking to you, explaining where I've been, why I've been so inconsistent. As you can see, I fucked up my face. I chipped a tooth. I ruined myself about 5 days ago. And when I say ruined myself, I proper fucked myself up. So now, this is something that I wanted to make a whole video on itself and kind of explain how it affected me when I was younger and through school and stuff. But I think this is a good place to bring it up now. Even though I will probably make a whole video on this in the future. But as probably none of you know, I have something called Crohn's disease. This is like a bowel condition, and I get treated for this every 8 weeks. It doesn't affect me hugely anymore in my day-to-day life. It's perfectly fine now, but kind of like my whole like teenage years, it was rampant and it was very, very bad. But now it's fine. I just get treated for it every 8 weeks through like a drip in my arm, and I'm fine. But every 2 or 3 years or so, they have to do something called a scope, and that's where they put a camera into my stomach to check the bacteria to make sure there's no bad bacteria in there, so I don't get really sick. I did one of these before in 2012, and it was fine. I didn't almost die like this time. I was fine. And then I had to do this a few weeks ago, and I couldn't take the solution they gave me, and I passed out the last time I had to go in for one of these, but then it wasn't too bad. It wasn't near as bad as this time. Back then I was like kind of sitting down, I just kind of like fell asleep for a few minutes. I was fine. But this time they gave me a different type of like medicine to flush my bowels out, and I had to start taking it 2 days before. So yeah, I started taking this medicine, and then the day before I'm not allowed to eat anything. I'm only allowed to drink white fluids. That would be like 7-Up water or anything like that. So I start doing that. I go in the morning. I'm in at about 8:30, and I'm actually feeling fine. I feel awake. Not normally how I'd feel if I was like this. I didn't feel like I was going to get like sick or anything, but then as the day went on, I did. I got sick about an hour, 2 hours after being there. And obviously that's not good, because that takes all the 7-Up and like all the water that I drank out my stomach, so my body wasn't absorbing anything, which is not good because I wasn't allowed to drink anymore. We're waiting. Then I go to the bathroom, and this is where shit just takes a bad turn. This is where it goes bad. So yeah, I go to the bathroom. I do my business. You know, I have to flush out my stomach. It is what it is. I get up and walk around to make sure that I don't pass out, because the last time I did, it was in that bathroom. And I was like, okay, I'm just not going to do this. I'm going to walk around. I'm going to breathe so this doesn't happen. I washed my hands. I sat back down for 2 seconds to brace myself. I stood up, and I was like, oh shit, here we go again. I stood up. I was instantly... It was weird. I never really felt like this feeling before, but I stood up, and it was like, how do I even explain this? It was like it's like I had really, really bad ping. So I stood up, and I was like, I'm going to sleep here. Like I'm about to hit the deck. So I just kind of unlocked the door and threw it open. And then as I stood in that doorway, I could feel my whole like vision from like the outside in just kind of go black and like dissolve, if that makes sense. So then everything's just black. And next thing I fucking know, I'm flat on my back, and I like hear people around me. It's like a scene out of a fucking movie. Yeah, so I'm on my back. It feels like I've just woken up from a really long sleep. Because I was kind of like saying stuff, but I didn't know what I was saying. And then I kind of realized where I was. Is like the nurses and doctors and everything were picking me up, and I was like, oh my god, I've done it again. I've passed out again, but not knowing how bad it was at this point. And then I was rushed into a bed, and I was like, okay, this is probably more serious. And I felt my mouth, and I was like, what is that? And I felt like all like gravel, like all here. and I thought I broke a whole fucking tooth, so I was heartbroken. It was just a chip though. It's just a chip though, so it wasn't too bad, but I didn't know that at the time. And then they rushed me into this bed, and I'm just kind of like, what the fuck? Just do what you have to do with me. I don't know what the fuck is going on. The whole bed, right? This is my head. This is my legs. The whole bed was like that to get all the blood back into my head. Oh yeah, I passed out apparently because I've low blood sugar. I've low blood sugar apparently. Didn't know that. 19 years in the planet. First time finding out. Or low blood pressure, not blood sugar. Yeah, so I'm now on the bed. And they just started hooking up every piece of machinery in the fucking hospital. So they ripped the gown off me, like off my chest, and they stick like heart monitors fucking everywhere, on my wrists, on my ankles, all over my chest. And they put a full ass fucking oxygen mask on me. Someone pricks my finger with a yoke to test my blood. I have a IV in my arm. The bed is like that, and I just have people running every different type of like test on me. So I had a band on my arm, I had a thing on my finger measuring my heart rate. I had everything going on. It was fucking terrifying. I was like, I'm fucking dead. I was like, what the fuck have I done? I burst myself open or something there. And then the doctor come over, and at this point I have about 6 or 7 nurses and doctors looking over me, and there's this guy with a fucking flashlight like this. There's a guy with a flashlight like this looking in my eyes and telling me stuff. I can't really remember what he was telling me, but he was telling me stuff while doing this. And I was just lying in the bed just like, what's happening? Am I fucking dead? I genuinely thought I fucked myself up. I thought I was after proper bursting myself up. Well, I did. I really did. Because after all that was done, they were kind of in a panic. It's like routine to rush someone for a CT scan, because they thought I might hit my head and I had a bleed in my brain or something. So they rushed me for a CT scan then, like straight after that. Got the CT scan done. Thankfully, there was no bleed in my brain, there was no concussion. I didn't actually hit my head. Like my face took the brunt of it, and my neck. Oh yeah, when I fell, I just didn't hit ground, which is probably a good thing, because I could have hit my head and properly fucked myself up. But I think I hit like a metal tray or something, or a bin, they were telling me, because I made contact with my tooth, my eye, look, you can see it's all bruised there, my neck. I bounced air off it and fucked the muscles up in my neck for like the next 2 or 3 days. My right hip and my right knee were all in fucking bits. I actually like gashed my right knee open, and I don't know how you hit all those things in one fall. Like it's not like I fell off of something. I literally just hit the fucking tray in front of me, like, you know. Yeah, so CT scan and all that's clear, and then I obviously couldn't do the original procedure I was there for after sustaining my injuries. So they rushed me home, and I'm grand. I'm thinking I'm gonna be fine. I wake up the next day, boys, and I feel like I've been hit by a fucking lorry, man. Like every single part of my body was sore waking up the next day. I couldn't walk properly with my right leg. When I lay down and put my head back, my muscles in my neck, like all here, were so fucked that I couldn't actually lift my own head forward. Whatever I did to them, I damaged them real bad. And I couldn't eat properly for like 2 days with my tooth, because the nerve was still so sore. Yeah. All in all, though, I was pretty lucky, because like it kind of, something like this, or this like experience, kind of, it made me realize how fortunate I was not to hit my head. If I had, like, let's say I didn't get the door of the bathroom open and I'd fallen and hit my head on the handle of the door, that could have been a whole different scenario, you know. Like, I don't know, like, I'm very, very lucky that I didn't hit my temple or my head, and I didn't have a brain bleed, and I didn't have any brain damage or anything like that. I'm eternally grateful for that. Yeah, that's kind of why I haven't been uploading. I just thought I'd let you all know. It's nice. I feel like I should do, well, not a video exactly like this every now and again, but I like doing videos every now and again where I just kind of talk to you. Because you're a sound bunch of lads, to be honest with you. You give me a purpose, you give me a reason to get up every day, so sound. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. Just be nice to each other. appreciate everything you have. Could be a lot worse. And yeah, hopefully I will have a video out in the next 2 days. I'm going to try my hardest to get the upload schedule back on track. Yeah, boys, thanks for listening to me talk shit for 12 minutes or so. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, peace.